everybody. Welcome to another episode of Gym Rats. As always, it is me, XFL Jim. And I am joined by the one, the only. It is Chase, Lupine Fiasco, Sesam's my man. Oh, I gave you the lick there. Gave you that tongue, buddy.
So Jim, we were watching a race beforehand, and I had no idea who won. Proud to say I did win. I did get it. There we go.
What? So you won that one?
Yeah, I won that one.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
I need
That's
a
what I'm talking
fireworks
about.
graphic. I need a fireworks graphic. That's what I need. Chase, we're Uncle Rico list today.
We're Uncle Rico-less, which makes me feels like we're a little bit rudderless because of it. But I'll tell you what, I think we're gonna do just fine. But we're gonna miss him.
So, without Uncle Rico here, I'll fully admit, hand up, my picks haven't been doing great these last couple shows. I'll fully, readily admit that. You know what I'm doing this week, Chase? It's 100% vibes. Vibes only are these picks.
Okay. I've done fairly
only.
well the last few weeks, so I'm gonna pick us all. We'll pick us all up. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my goal.
I'm going solely off of vibes for my picks. Let's start off 11 a.m. We both have plays here. I'm going High Point minus 11 versus Charleston Southern as my play. The vibes are there, and I'll say I did a little bit of research. High Point is one of the top 5 teams against the spread this season, so I'm just rolling with them.
Very nice. Very nice. I've got a game at 11 o'clock also. This game is so good, I'm surprised it wasn't flexed to a prime time or something like that. Yeah,
as well.
Houston at Baylor. Houston is given 2.5 points on the road here. Listen, it's within a bucket. You have a team that's excellent shooting the ball, aka Baylor. They're at home in the Big 12. Those are 3 really good, strong indications for me to go ahead and just fire away at the money line. Baylor plus 120.
I do have Baylor and something a little bit later for the fun stuff.
Is it a gross teaser?
It is not. No Uncle Rico means no gross teaser this week.
Nice.
I only do that for him.
There we go.
My next play is at 1 p.m., buddy.
So's mine, so you go ahead.
I'll go ahead. I'm sticking with the Big 12 because it's another team that's great against the spread. I'm taking Iowa State minus 18 at home versus West Virginia. I don't give a fuck about those Mountaineers. This felt right. Iowa State's a team that I'm kind of getting my eye onto, ready for tournament time.
Listen,
they're dangerous.
No Huggy Bear, no Chase Sessoms. That's how I roll when it comes to West Virginia. I don't know why you let that. I don't know why you had to fire him. I don't get it.
It's West Virginia. I think he should have been fine.
That's just how you get through daily life in West Virginia.
That's how we stand here. What's your 1 p.m. play?
So it's another one where I probably should have gone on the money line, though I'm not sure that there's much value there. But Duke at Wake. Listen, I've been fading Duke most of the season, and I've also been getting burned fading Duke most of the season. So I'm going to stop doing that. I'm taking Duke plus 2.5 against Wake here. Just statistically, everything looks better on the Duke side of it. I was so surprised to see Wake Forest as the favorite that I actually went through to check and make sure there were any injuries or anything. There wasn't. It's a fishy line. So normally we would steer into the weird. I'm going against it here. I think Duke handles business, and they cover the 2.5 that they're getting here against Wake Forest.
God, I wanted to take this one so bad. Chase, you might have convinced me. I might be on Duke too. I might have to.
Like I said, I keep trying to fade them. I don't think Kyle Filipowski's all that, but I do think that their guards and their shooting ability is pretty much all that. If I look at Duke is number 15 in the country in 3-point percentage. They're number 45 in the country in 2-point percentage. Their effective field goal rate, they're top 25. Wake is a pretty good shooting team also, but I just think that Duke's a little bit deeper.
I agree with all the points you raised up. I've got nothing now until 2:30.
All right. I've got 115. Iowa at Illinois,
It's a lot of
I feel like
points.
it's a lot of points for the 9.5, and I think that this is a little bit closer than people are making it out to be. I like Illinois. Illinois is monster to few people, but this Iowa team is very scrappy. They're a very scrappy Iowa team. They've come through with some big money line wins and covers for me as of late. Plus, just kind of looking at the stats here, Iowa shoots the ball well enough to keep them in this game. I think that Iowa is an easy cover at 9.5.
I can respect that. I think you got one more before me. You got one at 2?
I do have one at 2.
Lay it on me, big boy.
Cincinnati at TCU. I'm playing the Big 12 home court advantage here, and I'm taking TCU laying the 4.5, minus 109. TCU's playing like for their tournament life pretty much, and it seems like every game as of late that they have been playing for their tournament life, they go pretty hard at it. So I'm on TCU here to cover at home. Not a fan of the Cincy team, especially not a fan on the road.
I'm right there with you. This is another one that I looked at, and then all it took for me to actually pick it was just to hear you talk about it.
All right.
At 2:30, I'm rolling to the Sun Belt. I'm taking Troy -6 versus ULM. Troy, another team that's just been a killer ATS. They're actually one of the better Sun Belt teams. Not that the Sun Belt's a great conference this year when it comes to college basketball, but out of all those teams, Troy is one of the better ones. Give me Troy -6 versus ULM.
I like it. My next play is 3:00.
I got one at 3 as well, so lay it on us, buddy.
All right. Alabama at Kentucky. Go ahead and give me Alabama on the money line plus 124 versus Kentucky here. I understand that they're on the road. So Alabama, they came out and had just a huge performance last weekend. I can't remember who they played, but they pretty much put it on them. And then this week they had Florida, and that game went to overtime, and Florida should have won that game. Alabama came back and won it. So it's like they handled their spot, after the huge win. I feel like this team is really focused. Kentucky's very much up and down. Don't know what you're going to get with them. But I do think I get a consistent product out of Alabama here. And if they can shoot fairly well on the road, then I think they're primed for an upset of Kentucky.
That's a double for you because it's nice to all the smart stuff you said about Alabama, and then fuck Kentucky.
Then fuck Kentucky. Yeah, they've already had their shooting regression game for the week, pretty much, where they did not shoot the ball very well at all. Like I think that they're sitting on a big performance here.
My next vibe play is the UNC UVA game. I'm taking the under 130 here. I think this is just going to be a slop fest of a game. So
rock
North
fight,
Carolina, Virginia, yeah, just a big old fucking sloppy cockfight. I'm taking under 130 in North Carolina, Virginia.
Beautiful. My next play is 5:00.
My next one is 5 as well. I'll start us off. I got 2 here. I'm taking Richmond -5.5 versus Davidson. Again, the Spiders, one of the best teams against the spread this entire season. Give me the Spiders.
The Spiders.
Just so I can say Spiders.
There you go. You always have to say Spider. Film Goodfellas. That's the way to handle it. All right. So my next one is 5:00. I've got Texas at Kansas. I'm taking Kansas minus the 8.5. As bad as Kansas is on the road, which they actually just got a road win, they are very much not bad at home. And I do not have any faith in this Texas team. It's something that Rico have talked about quite a bit, that they kind of got strong-armed into having to make a coaching decision that they probably aren't happy with. I think the KU, I think they also got Furphy back, who was hurt, and I always remember who he is because his name is Furphy. I think it's an easy cover for Kansas minus the 8.5.
I like that play, Chase. My next play is also in that game. I'm taking the over 144.5 here. I think Kansas likes to put on a show at home. I still don't love the defensive ability of the Jayhawks. I think Texas can maybe rally for some points. I don't need a ton, but I just need it to be sort of competitive. Give me the over 144.5 here. I also saw the line climbing a little bit.
Very nice. I had one more at 5 actually too.
Ooh.
Dartmouth. plus 16.5 at home against Princeton. You want to hear something? This is how I came up with this one, right?
Okay.
I went against Princeton. I had Harvard last night against Princeton. I was like, oh my God, Princeton's on a back-to-back here, and they're laying 16 points against Dartmouth. Obviously, you take Dartmouth here. So I locked that in, and then I looked and realized that Dartmouth is also on a back-to-back. So buyer beware on my Dartmouth covering the big spread here, because that's not a great basketball team.
No, they are not.
No, they're very much not. And Princeton is fairly good.
My next play is at 6 o'clock.
Mine's 7, so you go.
Okay. I'm going with Cal State Northridge money line against Cal State Fullerton. Anyone who's seen the show knows exactly why I'm picking it.
CSUN.
Yep. CSUN's not even at home. I don't know where Fullerton is. I don't know any good food spots there.
Where are Fullerton? The Titans?
What are they? Cal State Fullerton. Yep, they're the Titans. I'm trying to see where Fullerton, California is.
I think it's like Orange County.
I think you're right. I see when I open up the map, it's pretty close to Anaheim. Which, yeah, it's basically Orange County. Shout out Orange County, I guess.
There we go. And I got one play left at 7. What about you?
I also have one play left at 7.
What's your game?
Tennessee, Texas A&M.
Oh, we got different games. You go ahead. You lead us off.
I'm taking Tennessee minus 10.5 versus Texas A&M. Again, don't love this Texas A&M team. I think Tennessee's going to start getting hot. I think they're going to start heating up here. This is vibes. Remember, vibes.
Vibes. All right. I am going to Villanova at UConn. UConn's burned me a couple times this year on big spreads, but I feel like this team is really locked in for the stretch drive.
Loss too.
Yeah, coming off of a huge loss. I'm taking UConn minus 11.5 with Villanova coming to town.
Yeah, I really like that play. I think after a huge loss like they had against Creighton, I think UConn's on the warpath now for the next couple games. Yeah,
I pretty much agree. I think, and when they're clicking, there's no one in the country who can beat them.
No, Hey, Chase, you want to talk? You want to give out, since Uncle Rico's not here, it'd be fun. Do you want to give out our Final Four?
Ooh.
Before there's even a bracket or anything?
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds fun.
Do a prediction.
All right.
Mine is going to be UConn. I'm going to go crazy. Here. I think they redeem themselves. I'm going to go Purdue. I'm going to do it.
Okay.
I'm going to be disappointed, but I'm going to do it.
Hey, I mean, Virginia, they lost to a 16 seed and then came back and won it the next year.
I'm going to go is this the year they get over the hump? No. I almost wanted to go Creighton.
I'm worried that Big 12 teams and like Big East teams are going to beat themselves up. So
the Big 12 especially, I'm worried they're going to be a lot like what the Big 10 was of like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Where everyone in the conference was super highly ranked and they would just beat themselves up and have early exits in the tournament.
So, all right, because this is a thing for me. Like if I pick you to win the NCAA tournament, you usually win the next year, the following year that I pick. So I'm going to go with Marquette.
Okay.
Houston. UConn. I think an SEC team will make it.
I'm going to go Tennessee.
I'm going to go Tennessee also. No, I'm going to go Alabama.
Okay, so Chase's Final Four prediction is Marquette, Houston, UConn, and Alabama. Mine is UConn, Purdue, Tennessee, and the wild card is South Florida.
South Florida is good.
Yeah.
South Florida is real good. That was a hell of a game that they played against FAU. Sports
facts coming in. Where's Uncle Rico? Is he betting OK State? He's got a birthday party to attend. I guarantee he's betting Oklahoma State.
I guarantee it. I think he just does it to spite you now at this point.
Chase, You got a round robin? Because I do.
Yeah, I'll throw a couple teams together in a round robin.
My round robin for the people. I'm taking all money line. Baylor plus 130, Virginia plus 130, Texas A&M Corpus Christi plus 110, and Cal State Northridge plus 130. That gives you plus 24.55 and plus 24.66 for a round robin.
Give me Baylor money line plus 120, Duke in the points plus 2.5, Alabama on the money line plus 124, and let's go KU minus 8.5 against Texas.
Oh, I likes it.
There we go.
I likes it. That'll do it for Gym Rats this week, folks. Hopefully next week we get Uncle Rico back. Until then, we will see you guys on the court. Bye.